introduction.
Okay.
And good afternoon. We are here at the Crime Prevention Association of Michigan's 21 conference. We're back again, all together, and we're so excited about not only our conference, but what we're doing this year, but our amazing speakers. This is our first day, and our first speaker was Missy Dodds from Red Lake. Her story today, being a teacher in a school, addressing the issues of school safety, being involved in an active shooter situation in her classroom. We're going to get her to share some of these comments and concerns, not only that we in law enforcement had the opportunity to hear, but what are we sharing with our parents, our school districts, about not only practicing, but putting in measures to keep students and parents and staff safe. Thank you so much
Well, thank you for
for what
having
you
me.
shared with us today.
It's an honor.
And I say this from my heart. Of the last 4 or 5 years, we've had speakers that have come in and shared with us the scenarios of being involved in these types of incidents. It's heart and gut wrenching. My heart goes out to you. When I read the bio coming in, I said a prayer for you because I know reliving this experience is just as traumatic as the experience itself.
It is.
And we thank you, we honor you, all of the work that you're doing with reaching out to students and families across the country, as well as our school members and our staff members who unfortunately may not never, and we hope they never experience something like what you've experienced. But share with us what you would like our parents and our school districts to know about school safety in your experience.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for your kind words. I love speaking with law enforcement. Y'all are the true heroes. The first thing I think the biggest thing for me personally was realizing that I had a responsibility to keep the school safe as a parent. Normally we think that falls either on law enforcement or maybe you think it falls on the principal or the superintendent, but it's actually the entire community's responsibility. So that means that each one of us has a role. As a parent, you have a role to know what your school's plan is if there's a fire, what you should do, where reunification is, how to report something. I mean, I have kids, they're concerned about their friends. What if they come in and tell me, how do I report that to the school so that it can get taken care of? So those are very important topics.
And some of the things that you highlighted that were really, they stayed with me, and it goes into that, all of the training we've done with Alice and all of those various components with preparing our schools. And when you think about recovery, you think about the actual process of who knew, the things that go on with leakage, that terminology. I like that terminology. And share with us what that, when you heard that and the lights went off, what did that mean for you?
Leakage is where most shooters, active violence perpetrators, they're going to leak their plans. That's part of it. That's part of the process. And when I found out in our situation, and it's been in newspaper, so it's not a big secret, that 39 people knew that our shooter had plans. And I know that students took action. They told adults. It was 15 years ago. I don't blame anybody. I still don't to this day. But it was that we did the best we could with what we had at that time. But now with social media, there's even more room for more leakage. And as parents, as teachers, as students, we have a responsibility to report it and let the experts in law enforcement usually deal with it. You know what to do if a student's threatening this. We don't. I knew how to teach math, sort of. Yes. So, but that's what's so important is that if we see something, we say something, and we do something. And so it is hard to know that many people knew, but at the same time, I wish that we had been more supportive as teachers, as community members, to support those students to share.
Yeah, and I think one of the things we're seeing now with so much social media, one of the sites that I really enjoy getting their information is Common Sense Media.
Yes.
They do a lot of great work
Absolutely.
pointing out information for parents and for those to look for troubled signs in social media.
Yes.
And we're seeing that in such a huge way now with TikTok and all of these things that are
Absolutely.
going on with these social media that students not only are trying, but they're engulfed in, I feel bad because they're not liking me and I don't have enough likes.
Right.
It's terrifying to see our young children go through this scenario. And when we look at these active shooter situations and what your experience was, even back in 2005 and where we're at today,
Right.
it's even more glorified that we as parents,
Exactly.
as community members, need to be a part of that chain of notifying a troubled child.
Absolutely, absolutely, because it truly takes all of us, and it is every, if you see something, say something. I love the Colorado Safe to Speak. I don't, does Michigan, okay, y'all,
Yes.
Michigan
Similar
has,
like that.
Michigan has a plan.
Okay to say.
Okay to
That's
say.
what the plan is, okay
So
to say.
Michigan's okay to say, use it, use it, use it. Because that is absolutely, I'm jealous of that, as coming from another state. I think that's amazing. Don't be afraid to use it. There's no retaliation, so to speak. The life you save could be your kids. It could either be your kids through suicide, it could be your kids through an act of violence. Speak up. Speak
Yeah.
up. Let the professionals.
Well, Missy, on behalf of all of our crime prevention personnel who are here at the conference this week and those who will see this interview and catch up with the things that are going on, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what you presented to us, your conversation with us coming from your heart and sharing with all of those students that were in your classroom that are no longer with us. Our heart goes out to you.
Thank you. You're gonna make me cry. Thank
You are in our prayers, so please, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to us and let us know how we can be of help.
Thank you. I can hug. Thank you so much, and thank you for saying the prayer because I need it. You're gonna make me
Absolutely.
cry. 'Cause
Thank you
I
so
was
much.
Trying not to cry when you were saying that. I was like,
This is
"Oh,
real.
oh."
This is all real.
It is. No, I know it is. I can tell. Thank you.
It's very real.
Thank you. 'Cause
So
it
on
is
behalf
hard.
of all of us, again, thank you so much. And here at the
Did
conference.
you get my contact information?
I did,
Okay,
and
okay.
we'll have that
Yes,
information that we can
and
share, but
Well,
also
yes, and
how
you can
important
contact with me. Yes,
this
you can.
is for all of our community members to hear this message. On behalf of all of us, again, thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, and God bless you too. Thank you, and thank you for what you